Field in Philadelphia, PA. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On second down, Lynch. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on first down. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Throwing, Rivers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Hey, Delta!
Rivers now from the 50. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
A first down throw for Brissett. Forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
First down to run with Lynch. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, I want to go load it. Load it. Hey, 15, George, 117.
The pitch out to Lynch. And some room to work. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now White. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
White. Load it. Load it. Get Buffalo wall.
Toss play to Lynch. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Lynch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check. Buffalo wall.
He's going to get it running right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Throwing Rivers. Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, Being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Flex round! Flex round!
Brissett now on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Reuben Foster coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A good pickup there, a 22. Brissett to throw on 1st. Over the middle to Smith. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of input.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A toss play. This is Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey! Shoot! Keep it skinny! Hey!
2nd down, Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Left! Hey, ready! Block 15!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Load it!
They get it to him running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marshawn Lynch taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. On the return, it's Niall Davis. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Buying time to his left. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Lets it go for Nelson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Robert Quinn in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 15. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. Lynch busting free, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Flex round! Flex round!
1st down, Brissett. Going underneath for Lewis. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center element.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. They go play action with Brissett. He's going to let this one go deep. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. A second down throw for Brissett. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Justin Houston in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. So we've come upon halftime here in this. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Returnable here for Davis. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So the illegal forward pass also costs them a down, and now it's second and long. Play fake, Brissett. Being chased out left. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Dancing to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Nortman on the kick as he sends it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Hey! White! Zero!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Hey! Hey, left! Keep it skinny!
Play action now. Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. He got 29 yards that time. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, I want to go load it. Load it. 50. Set, hey, go orange 5-4. Set, hey, go orange 5-4.
They'll run again with Lynch. And some space here. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marshawn Lynch, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Returnable here for Davis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Brissett steps away to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Brissett on first down. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ohio!
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Justin Houston in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Lets it go for Nelson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Brissett sets to throw it. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the... It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And they pick up the 1st down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Let's go!
Now Brissett. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Now a toss play to Lewis. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it 6, maybe 7, but now they're left with 4th down and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Come on, let's go!
Brissett. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Hey, Rocket! One now a little bit. Okay. Hey, motion backfield.
They'll keep pounding here with Ledge. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Rivers on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set, Delta! 12. Check 43.
Here's White. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter.
Here you go, man.
They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now Rivers, flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Alert! Buffalo Wall!
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey!
Shit!
Let's go!
I got him. Take motion. Sponge. No.
Now the former Redskin. Here's Alfred Morris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Out of his end zone, Brissett. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2nd down, Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Washington. 61 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
To throw, Brissett. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
First toss of the game here for the backup Barkley. Flush to his right. And Nelson's got him here right side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Here's Barkley. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We have so many different terms for 3rd down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
Now Barkley. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Vernon Davis from 3 yards out. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Gets around him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But that may not matter now.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Houston in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Orange. Hey, Rocket.
Rivers here to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 3rd down. That's White. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy. And
Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guy?